Hey everyone, I figured I'd follow up on what we've focused on so far. So the first week was basically just the jab. Make sure your chin's protected there. Elbow in, pinkies in, come straight out, step with it. A few good drills you can do. I went just shadow boxing, do one round just jabs. So you could go up with it, down with it, double, triple it up. Work around with it. You can work both stances. Yeah, so you do one round just the jab, second round just defense. So some of that stuff we went over the third week, it would have been. The last lesson was um, our covers there, our high covers for the back of the head, our parries, our step backs, our under rolls. We got, for kicks, we got our parries, our Anderson blocks. We got, you can catch them, checking leg kicks, getting out of the way of leg kicks in a stance switch. You don't want to go too far out of range when you get out of the way of any technique, because the further you are away, the further you have to come back and counter. And the whole point of making them miss is to put them out of position to then make them pay, like chess here. I want to checkmate them as quick as possible. So the second week was stance. So we'll get more intricate into other techniques as you guys get more advanced, and I don't want to give you too much. So I'll focus on a few little drills that can do, sharpen up each game that you can do on your own. Jab, so I'll get back to the jab. First round jab, up, down, double, triple it up, switch stances, and I'm sorry for the haste, I just figured a video is better than no video. So always be wanting the best out of yourself. So hold yourself accountable. Second is just defense movements, our pat downs. You can do checks. Just so it's just visualizing our defense from all angles. Switch stance. You feel your balance out. See, this is stuff that you guys can do over and over and over again. For like the weekend, I didn't post a video. Hopefully, some of you went and redid the other ones, because that stuff's not one and done. This is like the Bruce Lee says. That's, he fears not the one that knows 1,000 kicks, the one that or techniques. It's the one that throws one technique 1,000 times. In other words, you mastered your specialty, your art, whatever that is in the game, and then hopefully in life. So use your skills that you've gained from life, apply them here, and vice versa. What you gain here, go and use them in life, and again, hold yourself accountable. So the third, you could do one round jabs, triples, singles, up down stance, our defense from each stance, visualizing, feeling our balance. Third round, you can do just speed. So go, everything has to be at least 3 to 5 or more punches. So you're going, let's go. You can work your combos here. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And make sure if you're gonna shadow box, get with the more advanced stuff, if you have that, just be sure either film yourself and then correct, or have someone watch if you can. When that's not possible, send it to me, or just think outside the box. Just picture here, he's a right-handed stance. If he threw the round kick, say I'm throwing an overhand right, well, what's open? Well, I can tell you right now, that. So am I on balance to come under? What's a possible return? If he's here and I'm coming over top of his glove from the outside, then generally there's not too many techniques coming. There's places in the pocket where you can remain safe. So we'll get more. That's a next video I'll do is on head movement. I'll really think about that. But for now, you can do this drill anytime and revert back to those other drills I said. The footwork drill, those laterals. I did that for days back in yards. I did more training in yards, basements. I used to train in class, in drama class, excuse me. So yeah, when we're doing these, again, jab, defense, speed, and then repeat. If you have a heavy bag, I'll show you some basic drills you can do here to improve your reaction, improve your your techniques. Again, send me the video if you're unsure, or keep yourself accountable with video. Think outside the box, be on balance. The whole thing about creativity, I don't want to ever tell anybody that you can't or not to do something, because who am I to say that? And you'd be limiting someone's growth to maybe surpass even what I've ever known. And now, does it come without work and experience? No. But can it happen? Yes. And I would want them to be the best they can be in hopes that they would then see that and return it to others. Lend a hand forward, pay it forward. So I don't agree with holding back techniques, but when one shows up to a dojo, say 400 times, and you know he's on time, he's in uniform, tucked in, and he bows to his sensei, then you know there's a certain level that commands a level of respect and discipline from one, and it commands it from oneself. Now, if one can keep themselves accountable, they know that they can entrust them now with a technique that could otherwise hurt somebody seriously, or kill them maybe, or yourself could end up in a lot of trouble, even if you were defending yourself. It's one of those things where you are looked upon in more serious fashion if you're a trained athlete, fighter, whatever the circumstance. So just think about that, and remember, if you have any questions, you're welcome to send them to me, and I'd rather you ask a question than have be unsure or nervous or self-conscious, anything like that. I'm here to help, and I was never afraid to ask one myself. So yeah, a couple drills you can do if you do have a heavy bag are you can just it's not as reactive as one with a body pad or the Thai mitts, right? So you can go, this makes you react, it puts your feet in position, and I'd focus on technique and placement and your footing, your balance, and your defense will fire before you get any power, right? Think about power, so you'll be able to tell that right away. So step back, kind of a switch step. And again, be wary of your balance, be wary of, you're coming here, this arm comes back with your kick, this one comes across to defend, and then back the other way. That stuff, you can do rounds of that, and I mean, you'll get tired out. If you're still tired, then do an extra level, do an extra round, do an extra mile. Don't make no excuses. Don't cheat yourself a chance to be the best you can be. So, for similar to that jab drill, you could do that jabbing drill on the bag, or you can do start first round with just the jab. We already went over that. Second round, just speed. Again, we went over that. 5 to 7. I said 3 to 5. I was wrong. That's 5 to 7. You have to throw 2 to land 5, 3 to land 7. Or you have to throw 5 to land 2, and an expectation to throw 7 to land 3. If he throws 3, we're going to throw 5. That's the point is numbers, and it's not about any single shot. It's about using your setups to put them in position to hopefully make your one strike count, if that are the case. Again, that means it's a setup. If you watch some of my fight stuff, or feel free and I'll send you some, and it's I'm kind of in Roshan reaction time, but that's what it's got to be, is you got to make them react, and then whatever the case, make them pay, make them miss, make them pay. So third round, after the speed round, 5 to 7, you can then go power. This is like third round. You got him tired, you got him right where you want him. So what do you do now? 1 to 3, no more than 3. You're going, oh. Put it this way, the first round is just the jab or defense. Focus on that stuff and shout to see. That's a great warm-up right there. Do your 10 of each kick dynamic warm-up, 10 of each knee, and then do 1 round just defense and shadow boxing, 1 round just footwork. Take you outside the box, guys. This is from Sid Vanderpool. He fought Bernard Hopkins, world champion. Like, I respect him. I'll do anything he says. So third round, now we get into the jab. So, and then you could repeat that if you want. Mayweather does like a 60-round workout. I mean, those are 3s and with weighted everything. So just maintain perspective of keep yourself within your limits, but don't be afraid to push yourself within reason. And you don't want to injure yourself, set yourself out for say another 2 weeks, as opposed to taking a day off, 2 days off, coming back strong. Epsom baths, you need your nutrients, like your superfoods, your smoothies, no cheeseburgers and beer, less cheeseburgers and beer, we'll say, to be real. So no beer for me. But again, we can then turn those onto the after say 6-9 is 3-6-9 rounds, as many as you want to do after our initial dynamic warm up. Lots of kicks, lots of flexibility to gain there. Then we go put it on the bag, put it on the. You got a jab round, we got speed rounds, and then we got power. You can do it from each stance if you don't want to mix your stances in. I'll emphasize if you're planning or want to use both stances, focus on your balance and defense from each one, because it's not about what you can throw, it's about not leaving yourself off balance to get a serious shot landed on you. It's not chess. This is chess, kinetic chess. It's not this is war, man. This isn't ballet. It's not. Ballet is pretty fucking. Excuse me again. Ballet is a bad example. It's hard. It's not. We're not baking cookies here, so I don't want anyone getting hurt. And again, about that respect in the dojo thing. I don't believe in holding back techniques, because I'd hate for one of my people to get caught in the street or someone else and not be able to defend them, or another, because they didn't know what a technique was, because I had an opportunity to tell them, or they had an opportunity to learn. That's on you. But so, for example, heel hook. The reason that's I'm not going to show you right now. The reason it's a dangerous move is because in junior tournaments, white belt, whatever, they're not allowing that stuff. It's a ligament attack as opposed to a joint lock. Now, someone who's inexperienced, they might not know when you're tearing on this thing. You tear that ACL, they could be out forever, career ending, 2 years, minimum a year and a half with surgeries. So that's no game. And I would feel obligated to let one know ahead of time. So yeah, how to defend these techniques. We'll go over these things. But again, my emphasis is on the respect, the discipline. I'm not going to show somebody something if I genuinely know they're going out to use it to harm another person, or they're disrespecting me, disrespecting themselves. It's not about me. You hold yourself accountable. We'll go read the Bushido again. Not to bring politics into this, but when the lawmakers are immoral, how can one follow their laws and expect to remain moral? How can one be held accountable within a system where those who make the laws aren't held accountable? This isn't a game. I'm not playing around, but our rights are something we may have to fight for. So this stuff is great. Mental training, physical training, spiritual discipline training. I mean, again, hit me up with any questions. There's lots there. Feel free to go over these videos again. It means more to me to leave you with the tidbits of wisdom, or if I can say that, and the knowledge as opposed to just techniques. You want some specific technique, let me know. Your stuff's great. I mean, like, the fact that I even had it, like, if it helps one person, I don't care what views. I'd hate for some of this stuff to go to waste, because we don't get to choose whatever the day is that our time's up. I mean, make the most of it. Like, tell your people you love them, hug them. Don't miss a chance to help somebody, and be yourself. And that's just it. Be yourself. And if yourself is holding accountable, you see a homeless man in the street, you see someone who's hungry. Now, I'm not telling you to go into the alley and risk getting shot or stabbed. Use your head. Be aware. Don't ever be afraid of another man or a chance to help. I mean, if I die, if one were to die, giving another something that they didn't have, the only things I want in life, four things, and all of them, none of them tangible. I want a life worth living, a worthwhile pursuit, I want to never stop learning. I want to affect world peace, and then I want an honorable death. So it seems simple, but an honorable death to some is life itself. And in this day and age, unfortunately, maybe it might be few and far between. So again, tell your people you love them. Stay true to yourself, to what it is that Bushido for me, what it is for you, and help each other every chance you get. Much love. Thanks.